Today I want to talk about something that might surprise you. Why you don't need an editor as a solopreneur and as a business owner in general. Yes, you heard that right. You might be thinking that to be a business owner, you have to hire a professional editor, and it's pretty much used to be like this. But not anymore, and let me explain why. Make sure you watch this video till the end to get really the point, so that it can help you save your money and in general your resources and your efforts when it comes to building your business online. And sometimes people try to use some special editing tricks just to keep people watching these videos. But this way you can attract wrong customers, and this is really not what you need. Because people will be just watching your videos because they are, there are so many special effects and cuts and everything, changing, and people just are kind of attracted to the video itself, but not to your message and not to you. Do you really want to attract people like this? Or maybe your content is not good enough and you want to cover it up with some special, things going on. In both cases, it makes no sense and it doesn't make money either. To use some special effects just to keep people's attention. Because by attracting people who don't really need your product, you're not going to make more money. And by attracting people who don't really need your product or your message or what you have to offer, they will not get the benefit from it. You will not make the influence you want to make, the impact that you're craving for. So forget about all those, tricks. You don't need to trick people. And the first reason why you don't really need any special tricks, because you want to be authentic. Never thought about it? This is just great, being authentic. So again, the first point is authenticity over perfection. Especially now in the age of artificial intelligence and so much fake content. People just want some real thing. It used to be different, people were impressed by perfection, by really beautiful things, but now they know that all can be made in a second by artificial intelligence, so it's kind of losing its value. Perfection is losing its value, because it can be made very easily. Nowadays, your audience actually wants to see genuine, unpolished you. And too many cuts and edits can make your content kind of staged, or artificial. By keeping it raw and real, you will be authentic. You will be yourself. And this is what actually people value nowadays more than ever before. The second reason why you don't need to hire an editor is because you can use artificial intelligence tools. And if you know me long enough, I'm not a big fan of artificial intelligence for many reasons. I know there is a lot of things where it can help, but there are other things where it can damage a lot. I don't want to talk a lot about it here because I have a separate video where I go into depth on this topic and the risks coming from artificial intelligence. I can link it here, so you can watch it after you finish watching this very video. But when it comes to editing, this is the task which I think is totally fine to give to artificial intelligence, because it has to do with some technical things. Your message is not changed, you're like, I don't like when artificial intelligence has to make decisions, has to decide for you, has to think for you, and so on. But when it's just a help, when it comes especially to technical things, then why not? So editing, I think it's totally fine if artificial intelligence, would edit your videos. If you want to save time or you want to make it kind of perfect. So that's another reason why you don't really need to hire a specialist if you in any way don't want to do it yourself, which you can try. I'm editing videos myself. I don't want to give it to artificial intelligence because it just, as less artificial things in my life, the less the better. It's just my approach, I just try to stay away from all this global nonsense. But okay, this is not the topic here. And the third reason why you don't need to hire an editor nowadays if you want to have your solopreneur business, or just business in general, even if you have a team, it's, you know, there are so many business owners who don't have an editor, and they have a team for different other tasks, but editing, because you just make it raw, you know, they talk, especially when it comes to educational content. And, you know, the reason is the beauty of the behind the scenes. You know, if you want to change from one scene to another, why don't you bring, you know, the audience along with you? Why don't you make the feeling that you are like in a real class where the audience has to see everything, you know? Also the mistakes and some, you know, things in between. It makes you feel more like you are in there. It's actually a great feeling nowadays, something we don't get anymore. So people crave for it. They're curious about it. It's a little bit similar to the first point, but not exactly. You know, the first point I just meant, okay, make it just raw. But here also leave all the behind the scenes. Like if you need to drink some water, like now if I'm thirsty, you know, I have a glass here. So why don't I just grab it, you know? Why don't I just grab it and drink it? Yeah. Why do I have to cut it out? Maybe it wasn't looking very nice, yes, but this is what you would also see if we would talk to you in the real life. And that was actually very refreshing. So why I don't... So you know what I mean? Just take your audience with you and keep everything like it is. So today I would like to ask you one thing. Let me know if you actually like this way of editing I'm doing in this video, and in general in my videos, but especially today I decided to try to keep it as raw as possible without, you know, almost without touching anything at all. So I would really like to know if this was interesting and this is like the way I do it, if it's something that you like. Leave me a comment, let me know, okay? And otherwise, you know, if you're new here, make sure, before you subscribe, you should consider if you want to build freedom in life, yeah, so that you can actually enjoy your life the way you want. Like you get the freedom to do what you want, you know, to travel around the world. If this is something what you want, then consider subscribing to this channel, because here we build freedom together, and here you can also learn to build your business from scratch as a solopreneur. I have a program called Solopreneur Journey for Free Thinkers. It is linked in the description below. You can log in and check out some free lessons before you decide if we are the right fit to work together. Otherwise, yeah, if this is something for you, make sure you subscribe to this channel and enjoy some other videos of mine on this topic. Building freedom in life, building your business from scratch, enjoying life, enjoying the freedoms to travel around the world and do what you want. And I will see you in the next video.